Hi guys, TeaBelly here. I'm just going to do a courseplay tutorial on the push-pull method with the GRIMME plant machinery. I'll show you which ones I'm using. It's going to be using the potato one, the topper and the harvester. So it's cheaper models, not the all-in-one. So basically what's going to happen is it'll follow the harvester for the courseplay because it's the narrow one, but it'll go narrower than 2 meters. It'll go, I think it's 1.6 I think it goes at. So basically what will happen is, I'll just show you. The things we're going to use anyway is that's going to be the Lambo. I'll just show you why. It's Luke again. Right, so we've got horsepower required for that is 61, so it's going to be 171. So I just thought the Lambo should be comfortable enough because the Lambo's I think 210, is it not? 220. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking it should be comfortable enough. Anyway, back to it. So what we're going to use is, like I say, Lambo and the topper and the harvester, and we're just going to use a normal tipper and tractor to unload. Right, so what we'll do first is we'll create a little course to for it to unload, basically. So we'll go start course. And all we have to do, I'm not reversing it, I'm just going to drive up close to it because it's a side tipper as well. It'll be able to unload, just tip it in sideways. It should be enough. What I'll do, like I say, just drive up to here. Just make sure we're there and just click stop. You can save that, I'll just save that as toot. Unload potato. There you go. Just save that one. And what we'll do is, because we're going to do unload, it's going to be an empty combine. Although it's not actually a combine as in, but it is there. It's in the list, just so you know. There you go. GRIMME 260 or SE 260. Right, so we'll go drive course. We'll get it to drive now, just so it knows the course, so it knows where it is. There is some more settings I need to do anyway on that. I'll explain to you when I do it. Right, so what we're going to do on this one is we're just going to go on to course generation, field 23, click that's 1.6 meters, which is the back one. We're going to be starting in the north-east corner of the field, so we'll change this to north-east. We're going in the south direction because we're going down, up. And we're not going to have a headland on this one. So before I set that off, I'll just explain to you. Because it's offset, that little bit there, as you can see, so look, okay, but them little bits there, that's the harvester. So it's going to be strange. It's going to like go up, and it's going to come down like this, and then it'll go back in between there. And it'll do that all the way up and down the field. That might be a really poor example of what it'll do. Reason being is because like it can't turn really well because it's got this big boom on it, so it doesn't turn on a dime, as you will see. So we'll just start this baby off. Oh, there we are. So we've got all them, north, east, south, generate course. So there we go, and we shall. What it should do is it should drive offset because it's not driving to the front; it's driving to the back. So you'll see it anyway when it drives. And we'll change it to field work. We'll go drive course. Right, so I'm just going to jump out of here. That's it. Leave that to do its thing. What we need to do on this one, just so you know, is on the settings. We have to change the offset. It's not auto. You have to change it, it's right down, and you want to change it to 4.2 or 4.3. I go for 4.2, it's really close, just so you know. And we'll have the start at 50 is fine, and I normally switch that right down to 5 anyway, because basically once it's got something in it, I want it to drive back here and unload. I don't want it to be sitting in the middle of the field where it can possibly block in, you know, because It will try. It will try. So let's have a quick look. Lambo, how's it doing? It's at 5%. So yeah, like you can see, it's only doing this little bit here, and we'll just run around the front. So it actually looks like he's not doing anything on the front, but it's because that's where you see the harvester at the back. That's where it's cutting. So you'll see when it comes to here, it'll take like a strange, weird, loopy thing, and it'll come up here, and it'll look like it'll miss some out, but it's okay. It comes back and gets that. It will come back and go anyway. I mean, there will be a slight loss doing it this method. If you're going to do it and you want to do it bang on every time, it's going to be tricky because it's offset. It's just the way it works. It is different. But as you can see there, it looks like it's left a bit, but it'll come back and go over that on the way back down, and then it'll go. And you know what I mean? You'll see it anyway as it's going. So a quick look. Yeah, it's working okay. It just does look different the way it does it. It just looks strange. It looks like it's not doing it right. But you'll see it when it turns round, because it's so long. The tractor can't turn it round enough. So I just think it's the way it's being done, and it does work. So that's the main thing. It's not like it's not functional. Let's see. You'll see when it turns around here. Look. I'll try and turn it out as much as it can, but there's only so far it can turn. Look. See, that's on the limit of it's turning. As you see, look, it's coming back down to go up. It's just strange, but it's just because the turning curve is that big. It needs to make that bit of extra of a turn, you know. As you can see, look, it's coming back down now, and that's what it'll do, is it'll just weave backwards and forwards, up and down, and it will take a time because that's a really narrow harvest point. So what we'll do now is we'll just hop in here. Let's say we'll just request the driver. I'm just going to jump in there. As you can see, it's really close, but it needs to be that close. If you go like 4.5 meters, it won't unload. If you go 4.1, it will not unload. It's just got a really tight margin. So there we go. That's worked, which is always a bonus. So it should just set off in a moment. Fingers crossed it'll drive back and not crash into anything. It's looking good. Well, yeah, you will see it again. It'll just do the same thing as it's done on that one, and it'll just go because it is just trying to get back on that line, but it just can't get on there quick enough. Or bless its poor little thing. But it is quite a tank for the size of it. So there you go. That's picking that up. That's what it'll do. It'll just weave backwards and forwards, and it'll go all the way down the field. Like I say, the potatoes just being loaded in there, which is ideal. If you're trying to do the reversing, it's just a nightmare with Courseplay. I found it's just so finicky. So if you can, always try and just tip them sideways. That's my recommendation anyway. Anyway guys, I hope this is some help to you, and if you've got any comments or suggestions or anything, by all means leave them below, and I'll see you all in the next video. See you later guys.